We are here at the Alkebulan Village. Look, it's Dilla Family Day.
Yeah, we here to celebrate my friend J Dilla. He passed away in 2006. He'll be 50 years old this year. It's 50 years of hip hop. We bringing it back home to Detroit. When he was this young, he was playing with records, wanted to be a DJ, that type of thing. He knew exactly what he wanted as a child. So we just here to have equipment for you guys to play with. You know, to make the best of this moment. You know, have some fun. Because when y'all get our age, it's about working every day. Find your creative passion, you know, and work through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about money all the time. Just find your passion.
Say cue point.
Cue point.
What does the cue point do? That's your starting point.
So, Heru is where we get the word hero from. I am here with the lovely T.Barb. T.Barb, how long have you been doing your comedy thing? I've been watching you with the children. You have such an eloquent style, teaching with the comedy, and I felt like I was back in school. Like I was learning something like, dang, I shouldn't be putting stuff like that on social media, should I? I might have did hurt somebody's feelings.
It can also be a place where things that are not so good are. It can be a place where people, people comment and say bad things. People try to make people feel bad on social media, and that's the part that you want to stay away from, okay? You want to stay in the social media where it is fun and educational. Shout out to Dilla Day, because this morning we did some social media workshops. What I loved about it is they started early. And a lot of times we try to wait till kids are already developed. We need to get them at the base. So what I loved about it is we started at 5 years old today. We went all the way up to 17. So we hit the youth at every age. And to be honest, my favorite group was the 5-year-olds. Just being honest, they were the best. They were seeking the most knowledge about social media, and it feels good to be able to take knowledge that I acquired and help the community on Dilla Day, on Dilla weekend.
At that. Well, thank you so very much for your energy, your love, and all what you're doing. Success, much success to you. Yes.
Yes.
And we're doing this. This is for Detroit. This is for the world. Stay tuned. More Schmutz Show.
What does it mean to be here at J Dilla Family Day? To explain this to y'all, to give y'all some knowledge, and then we're gonna quiz y'all the same way we did these. Gonna bring up mud.
Peace, everybody. I said peace, everybody. All right, we're about to tell some J Dilla tales.
That guy worked with Dilla.
I was there.
He was there.
I was one of the ones who told him, look, man, take this pen, because I'm gonna tell you what the problem was at first. This was the issue. So Dilla got really mad at me. I made him so mad, but this was the thing that made him change the rhythms. 1992, you had this phenomenal group called A Tribe Called Quest come out with this Low End Theory album that slapped the world. Oh man, the bottom heavy and the ooh and the boom in the back, but there was one issue. Your boy Mud seen it. Every beat sounded like synthetic substitution. That is a break beat. Boom, boom, kick, boom, boom, kick, boom, boom, kick, boom, boom. Listen back. Most of them sound. Dilla was emulating that at the time. Five Elements wasn't really going for that like that. So I was like, bro, well, every beat sounds the same, and you're sampling the same samples that Q-Tip sampled, plus what, who was it? The guy, DJ Premier at the time. Anybody got an ink pen? Anybody got a pen or something like that on? Mm-hmm. This was the, like with the crayon. Let me see, that one's a little bit lighter. That'll work. It's just like this. I said, bro, why don't we just do this? Now you heard that sound? Let's capture that on the drum machine. Build around. You can do that 100 million times. And if you can capture that on the drum machine, it changed all our lives. The next batch of beats he came with was... the rest was history. So it's lessons like that, and I got that from Earl Van Dyke, Chunk of Funk, who was the organizer for the Funk Brothers, who recorded all the Motown music. Dilla's father was an arranger, producer as well. His mom was an opera singer. My dad played rock and roll and all of that. 1959, my mother was gospel, soul, Aretha Franklin kind of. So with all of that, and us just coming together, sitting down, like Proof would go over there, Wajid would go over there, some of all of us. So Dilla was not only producing for just certain groups, he was producing for like maybe 10 different people. We are all inspiring him and giving him this information, because all the equipment was at his house. We couldn't afford it, you know. It was like you had any of this stuff. Like I think an MPC was like maybe $5,000 back then. And that's the old 60 or the 62, the first few models. We had the rack mount Akai S950 and the SP1200. So we had loops over here with the Akai, with the drum machine, all the first drums, all those drum sounds. We made those drum sounds. Stacking other drums, sampling other drums from different records. The jazz, like you were saying, I can't remember who it was, but it was mostly bossa nova. We borrowed from Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66 and a lot of those drummers that were doing different rhythms, because, you know, we're from jazz. You know, Detroit has its own jazz and all of that. But we were like, nah, let's go more exotic. We went more exotic with it. Like I told you, the dude was a genius. You just leave him alone, give him the information. Leave him alone. Sometimes we'll pop, like you say, people popping up all unannounced, and don't go over the house. Don't come, wait for him to come back with the masterpieces. And from there on out, I still got beat tapes to this day from 90-something that take all y'all, none of y'all never heard. Take your whole head off, like, what was y'all thinking? And it sounds like what the lo-fi is today. I can't make this stuff up. But what I will do, I'm telling everybody, mud5ella.com, mud5ella.com. I will be releasing certain beats and things, and there's more of it from the throwback, because it's so much Detroit and the youth have not heard. And y'all gotta remember, we were little kids, not little kids, but we were still in high school, doing y'all age, figuring it out, meeting up every day, Saturday, Sunday, whatever free time we had, all we did was hip hop. We knew what we were gonna do for the rest of our lives. I don't know how we knew it. Maybe we cursed ourselves, who knows? But we ain't want no job, okay? I ain't saying don't work. I'm just saying in our mentalities, we just knew New York was hitting, LA was slamming. The Mo, we had to bring the Mo back to the town, man, and it's manifesting. All those years of, oh man, and wish we could, and if we had one hit record, just like before the Eminems and all of that, we didn't have no like really chart-topping masterminds from here yet. We were still like, man, if Berry Gordy wouldn't have left. You know, we could have went over on Grand Boulevard, man, with our little demos or something, and we didn't have nothing. So that despair and hope lost and all of that fueled the vision. So this is what y'all get. That anger that, we took it and turned it into this. So just saying, anybody can do it, you practice. Put in your 10,000 hours, man, do it.
No limitations.
No limits, man. And have fun. That's the most important thing. Have fun. Learn new music. Learn new genres. Love techno. Love Detroit music first. That's what I say. First study what we were doing as us, like Detroit in the 50s, 60s. Study Berry Gordy. Study the independent mind frame. That pop sound of what Motown was didn't exist at one point in time. So, let's keep making the next thing the next thing. Pull it out of the nowhere, out of the ethers, man. Y'all the future. I'm programmed already with this. You see what I'm saying? When I was fresh, y'all can.
Look, even the word loop comes from hip hop. People don't even realize that. You know what they were doing back in the day, like Parliament Funkadelic. My dad played Parliament Funkadelic. He was a percussionist for them. So they would have 2 microphone stands. When they wanted something to repeat over and over again, they would take the tape and wrap it around. They would cut it if it would sound like a crowd or something. They wanted to be continuous in the recording. They would splice the tape, put some editing tape on it, wrap it around one microphone stand, wrap it around another microphone stand, and then go to the tape machine. So it would be like, that's where the term loop comes from. That you got in your drum machine and then all the programs. That's where it comes from. But George Clinton and all of those old groups that came out with that stuff, then hip hop started doing the same thing, making the beats and hitting it over and over again. Then they put the word loop on it because we were doing that.